thank you very much, because I do have a couple of questions, and thank you for hosting this important meeting. Thank you for coming to testify. This is so valuable to hear from folks, and I know sometimes it's hard to come up here and do that. It takes a lot of time, and I just appreciate your willingness to do that. Mr. White, the rural water associations, it just provides so much technical service that's very valuable for the training of our small utility providers. And when the tornadoes blew through Mississippi just a couple of months ago, that the Rural Water Association responded instantly to help and address, and they were so knowledgeable. And you've already talked about this of the Circuit Rider program. Can you kind of elaborate on that, like in disasters such as this tornado, how valuable that is, and how the communities benefit so much from this technical support?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much for the opportunity. So, rural water, we have a robust emergency response program. It exists across the nation. National Rural Water is a leader overall in emergency response, and the states join together to support that effort. And the states, we actually own and operate a lot of our own equipment, generators, bypass pumps, and just a variety of equipment that we pull together in times of need. Even now, the flooding in Vermont, my counterpart, Liz Royer, I know she's got her team out responding to systems now, and she knows that if she needs assistance, she'd be able to reach out to our national network of emergency responders, and we will show up when necessary. One additional resource that would be very helpful from this committee and the Farm Bill is building upon the emergency response network, having a circuit rider that could be dedicated to emergency response would be invaluable to the states across the nation. Right now, we can respond to disasters as they occur. When the tornadoes occur, we move our teams in. We help get those communities put back together as quickly as possible and bridge the time where those communities will be without commercial power so that we can set generators and keep the water plants up and running so people can clean up and move forward while the commercial power industries get those resources put together for the communities. So, but in times of blue sky, we refer to, there's a lot of work that can be done that we generally cannot focus on in those days. So if we had the resource and ability to have a full-time circuit rider position that could go around and network with state and federal agencies, work with the communities, ensure that they have all of their hazard requirements on hazard mitigation lists and county emergency networks, those are required for when a disaster moves through the community for the community to be able to access the money that immediately precedes that disaster. In addition, the administrative efforts are quite intense for any community that's going through a disaster, and to be able to support tracking all of the expenses and filing all the required documents with the appropriate agencies afterwards in order to get money that's made available back into the community and not leave any of that on the table would be a huge benefit to those rural systems.
Well, thank you very much, because we sure benefited from it then. And, I understand your testimony that workforce recruitment is a challenge as well, and development for rural water associations. And, I'm really passionate about keeping young people in rural areas, but, we've got to provide something for them. And one way to do that is promoting and encouraging careers and technical education to help us out here. And it's great to see the water apprenticeship program in Mississippi. It's taking off down there, but how can Congress help ensure these workforce challenges are met in rural America's water industry, particularly when it comes to recruitment and with training and retention and keeping these people here?
Yes, thank you. The apprenticeship program is growing, and we are certainly proud of it. Alabama is one of the 34 states now that have developed an apprenticeship program. We've recently started ours. We're looking for our first graduate next April, so hopefully that will go smooth. Additional resources, just continuing to support the resources that are available now with training that's offered through the technical assistance provisions in the Farm Bill is a huge asset to rural water systems throughout the country. really. And the apprenticeship program is going to continue to grow. It gives us the opportunity to promote the industry where we haven't been able to before. In Alabama, we're going to engage in career centers and be able to get the word out to people so that they can engage with our industry in a proactive manner, and then also provide a structured platform to move those people from curious about water and wastewater work into the career that we all know it could be a very rewarding career.
And another thing that's been discussed a lot is the challenges that communities face when navigating the funding application. You know, we get calls on that for water and wastewater projects, and we may want to talk about that. I know my time is out right now, if you will indulge, but how can the administrative burden for small and rural water communities be alleviated when participating in the USDA funding programs for water and wastewater projects? And we're going to have to be fast because I'm a minute over.
I will try to be quick. Some of the most success that we have in the state when rural communities reach out and they are looking to apply to USDA for a project is we'll send the team out. They'll go and they can help kind of navigate and cut a lot of the red tape or the initial burden of engaging with USDA's online RD Apply system, for instance. There are a few complications in there that are required. They have to be registered with SAMS.gov, and sometimes there can be some back and forth. In fact, that one can be difficult at times. But having the technical assistance available to be able to move into a community, get all the registrations registered, get the team pulled together, and they have to have an e-authentication credential in order to engage with the system. The individual roles have to be set up. You got to bring the engineers in, the accountants, and all of that to the table. So having the technical resource able to come in and help organize and get all that together so that we could kick the project off or the application off seems to be of great assistance to those communities.
Oh, makes sense. Thank you very much. And we have 5 votes going on, so I apologize. The table looks empty, but they just called the second vote, and I'm going to go vote. Thank you.